It is the 11th of the 3rd, 2014. This is your radioactive reality. 3 years, Fukushima. 3 years today. 1,096 days later. Let's do a shot. This goes out to the Fukushima 50 and everyone who has given their lives so far. We're just getting started. E&E News, 3 years later. NBC, U.S. officials hid concerns as Fukushima melted. CIA told nuclear regulator blast was hydrogen. The CIA. Not steam or nuclear criticality. Expert notice, no evidence to support the theory. You think? We all know what really happened. We saw the video. Some of us watched it live. Radioactive material spewed into the air and sea, or spews into the air and sea at Fukushima. It has not stopped. 1,096 days. Exposure levels spike. Nuclear expert, we don't even know where the 3 melted core are. It's not under control at all. Still getting worse 3 years later. We've been going on and on about this. Officials now confirm plutonium and americium reached Carlsbad, New Mexico, New Mexico's 10th most populated city. This is the Whippet incident going on as we speak. Container of radioactive waste may have blown up. We're talking fire now. Anonymous senior TEPCO employee. No one knows what to do at Fukushima. It's impossible to fix. Reactors not under control. Quote, we just can't deal with the melted fuel. They don't even know where it is, remember? The corium has left the building. Very strong 6.9 quake rattles California coast, wildly felt throughout the region, directly across from nuclear fuel storage site. Aftershock warning, possibility of a strong quake within 7 days, greater than 90%. It's kind of a fear piece. They don't really know what's going to happen as far as these earthquakes go. Expert, the worst from Fukushima has left Japan and is headed to the U.S. and Canada. Most of the radioactivity moving with currents towards the west coast. It's already here. It's already here. Report, front edge of plume arrives in the Gulf of Alaska. There's been detection of cesium from Fukushima. And again, what did 28,000 rubber duckies teach us? Doesn't take too long at all to get around. Truly an operational nightmare at WIP. Radiation level doubles at location far from leak. Carlsbad monitor jumps around 40%. Residents plea for more information. Concerns over safety. And of course everything's under control, folks. There's nothing to worry about. They're on the job. NBC Nightly News, has radiation entered our food supply chain? Question mark. NBC Nightly News. USA Today, news getting worse at Fukushima. Widespread suspicion leaks into ocean. Underreported, underestimated, understated. Expert, I'm not trying to be alarmist. I am. But how will we know it's safe for the West Coast? I can tell you right now, it's not safe for the West Coast. It's not safe to anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere. Where does our rain come from? Where do these weather patterns show? You want to know where the radiation is? Follow the jet stream. Fukushima plant hanging by its fingernails, about to fall off. Disaster is warning to all of civilization. We ain't seen nothing like it. Government and TEPCO announces dates for completion, but no one really believes them. This is new territory. They have no idea what they're doing. We have corrupt political officials and Japanese mafia in charge of the situation. You do the math. 3 years later, what's really going on? U.S. Navy officer radiation levels routinely exceed 300 times normal for over a month far away from Fukushima. Quote, yet I was given only gloves. My son was throwing up 30 to 40 times some days. This basically ruined his life. The sad stories will continue to happen. It's just getting started. Container fire at WIP may have resulted from spontaneous combustion. Expert could have crapped up a whole lot of real estate down there. U.S. radiation waste disposal system crippled? Question mark. Potential radiological consequences for public. City of Carlsbad affected greater than any other section. So now we have ceiling collapses, spontaneous combustions. What's really going on down there? Government paper. Air samples so hot from Fukushima, special handling required. U.S. had more stations at level 5 than the rest of the world combined. Oklahoma lab reached overload. As I said, a lot of this corium went into aerosol form. It was detected as far away as Europe. We've got the blast of it here in the United States and Canada. The insanity continues. It's in the air we breathe. NBC, head of radiation testing program on West Coast, says Fukushima plume could threaten ecosystems. It's in the food. It's in the water. The effect on marine life? Question mark. We don't know. Whatever is in the kelp will get in the bodies of those animals also. Who's at the top of the food chain, kids? New studies on mystery of black substance released. You remember the mystery black substance if you've been following for a length of time. They've been finding in the cracks of the sidewalks and in the dust. Fuel core materials from Fukushima plant detected. Fuel core. Plutonium, uranium-236, curium discharged into environment likely in form of fine particles. It aerosoled. U.S. government never facing challenge like this, but not giving up hope at WIP. Salt from contaminated mine to be sold as feed to dairy farms, as they have been doing for years and years. TV residents flat out concerned for their safety. I want to believe them, but I don't. Rooters, falling slabs may have breached waste drums. So falling slabs, spontaneous combustion, and they're selling the salt to dairy farmers. Enjoy your milk. Rapidly unfolding situation as cracked dam has engineers scrambling. You got to remember this is just upriver from Hanford. Experts troubled over slip in structure. Official didn't answer question about dam near Hanford nuclear site. Major employer in area obviously worried. They're worried about their money. Spring snow melt will swell river, as it always does. NBC, cracks in the dam, repairs itself. Sure. Arnie Gunderson, WIP, whistleblowers say mine collapsed directly on highly radioactive waste. Many canisters have failed. Many. Unfiltered plutonium and americium escaped from equivalent of 30 minutes. Residential areas are exposed. You remember they're going to start selling this salt to the dairy farms. Don't worry, folks. Everything's completely under control. Nothing to worry about. Nuclear-friendly magazine. Fukushima melted fuel is glowing. Could still be lava-like. How long we've been in cold shutdown? About 3 years with this lava-like fuel, huh? Only Vegas idea where corium is. Pouring concrete in structure being discussed. They may not be able to decommission plant, but they have to give it a try. And like I said before, They're going to end up pouring concrete over the thing and walking away. Well, we'll come back in 300 years, don't worry. They've already breached containment. They're in the environment. They can pour a cap on top of this bottle all they want. It's broken on the bottom. Substance concern at WIP nuclear dump. Over 100 operating oil and gas wells within a mile of the site. A very active area. Reserves directly underneath buried waste. Fracking to take place nearby? Question mark. They're saying, did fracking in the local area cause this? Who knows? Japanese newspapers, it appears high-level radioactive contamination water is flowing into the ocean at Fukushima. No kidding, right? Every day. Every day. Fear nuclear complex might not be scrapped. Official admits disaster at plant, quote, is barely being managed by corrupt political officials and Japanese mafia. Yay, Yakuza. WIP release story doesn't add up. Oh, there's a big surprise. Accident is unbelievable. New tests show high level of release underground. And with all the stories I've already given you, the insanity obviously continues. And that's about all I have for you today. Of course, if I missed anything, please let me know. Attach your comments or your videos. You can attach them on the comment board, you know. Enjoy what you can, everybody. I'm trying. Thanks.